Hello and welcome to the podcast that's always looking for new ways to say that we love or hate a movie. Joining me once again is the man who literally cannot escape this podcast despite his best efforts, the elusive Jimmy Murphy. In today's episode, we try to find the point in which a movie is so bad that it becomes an instant classic. We're talking low budget, bad acting, and a little dash of the kind of stuff that we just cannot get our heads around. Our first trip to the absurd is with 1991's The Cat. So join us for Bury Our Bones with Cinema presents Shit Cinema?
This podcast contains spoilers.
Welcome back onto the podcast
Hello.
after another delayed. We always say this. We say, we'll get some more episodes done, and then naturally life gets in the way. But it's
this one nearly didn't happen as well. I was looking for the DVD yesterday. Like, where did I put that?
When I texted you yesterday and I went, this is going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be, I can't find the DVD or I haven't got time to watch the DVD.
So this is my day yesterday, right? I get up at about somewhere between 5:30 and 6. I get up with the kid. I'm on dad duty all day. Put the kid to bed. I finally get the kid to sleep. It's 9:30 at night. I haven't stopped all day. I'm like, Got to watch this film. I go get the film. I sit down and watching it, thoroughly engaged. The last 15 minutes, I can feel my eyes just like, stay awake. It's not the film's fault.
No. However, I will say, anybody who's choosing to watch this along with us, we will tell you when to press play in a second. It's the sort of film that you do need to be quite awake for.
Yeah.
I sort of I did watch it, but I was having my dinner, paused it, went and done the washing up, came back to it, and totally forgot where I was in the movie. And it's a pretty crazy movie. So
it's pretty out there, isn't it?
Well done for watching it at 9:30 after dad duty.
Yeah, it was fine until, like I said, last 15-20 minutes, and I could just feel my eyes getting heavier and heavier. And at one point, you do that status on your Blu-ray. I'm like, no, 20 minutes left. Go on, 5 minutes, and that'll be trailers, credits. It'll be fine. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. But yes, it was touch and go. But here we are. We always say we're going to do more, and we always mean it.
Well,
and that's kind of how this came about. When I was sitting about thinking, what am I engaged with at the moment? And as we've spoken about many times on this, I have a real love of creaky movies. I like the old Universal horror movies from the 30s. I love Hammer horror films, low budget stuff. I like proper cinema as well. But I also have a thing for action movies that are just dumb popcorn entertainment. And I kept getting what they're not called TikToks on YouTube. What's the little
YouTube Shorts?
Shorts, that's it. I kept getting YouTube Shorts of just bad movies coming up, like Samurai Cop and Ricky-O, and The Cat was one of them. And they kept popping up, and I kept thinking, I really want to watch these movies. Man. I don't like. That looks right up my street, but I don't have time or the willpower. I thought, well, maybe if we could get something going on with the podcast, it will force me, like it did yesterday. It forced my hand into actually sitting down. Because if I'd been left to my own devices yesterday, I would have just gone to bed. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully we can get some more movies under the belt. When was the last one we recorded? Was it a year ago already?
I think it was October, which isn't too far off a year.
We're doing like once a month or something. Yeah.
Easily done. Although I think that should be a new tagline for the podcast. Bury Our Bones with Cinema, keeping new fathers up when they need to go to bed. Yeah. And as soon as you said, I was like, to Hannah, I went, it's got a great idea. And I showed the trailer, and it's pretty, her reaction to it told me everything I need to know about why I'm going to love this movie. Because she was just like, oh my God, what is that? And I'm just like, it's fucking amazing. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And a little shout out to sort of the Asian versions of this type of cinema, because they do it in such a different way. Like it pretty much like, when we spoke about Ring and sort of like J horror, that's just a totally different, culture of horror cinema. And it's the same with lower budget, not I don't want to say not great cinema because they're great in their own way.
It is great. So it's well made, but it's bonkers.
Definitely not the sort of cinema that you're going to say to, you know, a new prospective girlfriend or a loved one, put this on because it's a great movie. They're going to be like, especially if it's a first date, they're going to think, what the fuck have I done
or not?
Here? Well,
then it's love.
That is when you know it's a soulmate.
I've seen True Romance. I think they're watching some sort of Kung Fu Triple Bill or something, isn't it?
It's not. Yeah, is it Bruce Lee? It's not Bruce Lee. That feels too obvious.
It's Sonny Chiba, I think he says.
Yes, Sonny Chiba. I remember. And we do have an episode on True Romance, so go and listen to that in the back catalogue.
Such a good movie. Yeah, well, this led me to go somewhat, I'm on the precipice, because I haven't gone down it yet, of a rabbit hole of what they call third era Hong Kong cinema. I feel
like your wife is probably thinking about staging an intervention, because once you start down that rabbit hole, I don't think we're seeing you for a good long while.
Or you'll be seeing a lot of me.
Well, I'll be seeing a lot of you.
Yeah. It feels like a very expensive habit to get into. These Blu-rays aren't cheap. I was looking up books on third era Hong Kong cinema, and they're like 50 quid a book, and you have to import them and stuff, which I will probably do.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Once I get obsessed with something, I get obsessed with something, and this feels like my new obsession.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been making a lot of jerky, haven't you?
That's biltong.
Biltong, sorry. And there is
and kimchi. And I'm working on making some vinegar.
Yeah. There you go. And
I've been building fermentation chambers, curing chambers, all sorts of random stuff. And now I feel like I'm about to go down a Hong Kong cinema hole.
Well,
obviously you got the Shaw Brother movies. I mean, if you look at like even the stuff like the original Godzilla, it's really hard to get them all in one complete box set because of the different studios and eras and stuff. But those box sets are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And we was literally just as I was admiring your DVD bookcases, if you're going to pay for it, you want the physical medium.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I've got a few movies, mostly the only movies I watch now are versions of Despicable Me or The Minions, again and again and again.
Don't throw them away at any point. They could be worth something someday.
I have some of them on DVD, and some of them I've bought digitally. And I'm not going to lie, it's easier just to go to Prime and click it on if it's a movie you're not that interested in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've sort of made, because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole with physical media of just like picking up movies that I want. And a lot of those are movies that are on every streaming service going. So I then made a conscious decision that one, I'm only going to get stuff. If it's on DVD, it has to only be on DVD. If I'm going to get Blu-ray, it has to only be on Blu-ray.
There are a lot of films not released on both DVD and Blu-ray, though.
True.
How do you make that decision? Do you just not buy it?
I'll
just
hang on. Let me rephrase. It has to be not I've got onto Blu-ray yet if it's on DVD. If it's on Blu-ray,
you will buy the Blu-ray.
It won't be on 4K yet, for example. And even then, with Blu-rays, I'm going, it will probably be on 4K at some point. So that's my conscious decision. Otherwise, it's a very steep rabbit hole to drop yourself into.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were talking about it before we started recording, weren't we?
Yeah.
About the Blu-ray and DVD market seems to be going the same way as the vinyl record market.
Yeah.
The only way they're going to survive is by charging a fortune and releasing sort of limited editions and premium, because it's a niche market. Release a premium product, charge a fortune for it. Like you're saying, is it your hitchhiker? Sorry,
the Hitcher.
It is the Hitcher. Yeah, sorry.
Rutger Hauer.
Yeah. How much was that for a single movie?
45. It's the limited edition 4K edition from Studio.
Yeah.
I think it's just called Studio. Can't remember the publisher.
Yeah. But that's how they get it. Or you're Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Good, the Bad, and the Ugly from Arrow Video trilogy.
The spaghetti western Sergio Leone trilogy.
But it is a tricky thing to sort of get into because it's it built up very, very quickly. As my arse fell out putting the bookcases together, and I've gone, fuck, I might need another one.
Yeah, what was the first thing I said?
And I don't have the space. I know.
Yeah.
So if you are wanting to watch along with us, we are watching Lam Ngai-Choi Lam's The Cat from 1991, and we will be watching it on the 88 Films Blu-ray edition, which I believe is the most up-to-date version, is the newest version. As far as I'm aware, it's not on 4K yet, which annoyed me because I was like, I would just buy it on 4K. So
I think this film would benefit from being on 4K, though. I think that you kind of want a bit of blurriness when you're watching it, just a little bit of fuzz around the corners.
I tell you what, the day where everything went HD ready made so many films go, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, what was I watching? Something came up the other day and they'd done the whole restoration of it, and I was like, this looks so bad. Yeah. It looked cheap. It looked like it was filmed on a VHS camera or something, you know what I mean? On an iPhone, maybe. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I was flicking through the channels and I stopped for a minute. I was just like, how did they make this look so shit? Skill. Determination.
It's a very fine line. So we will be pushing play right about now. So if you want to cue your Blu-ray up, you can do, and we will press play now. And very, very quickly, the first thing that I picked up isn't the Fortune Star logo, but it was the Golden Harvest logo, because I feel like that is on pretty much every great Asian movie. It's Golden Harvest.
I wonder how many movies with the Golden Harvest logo Quentin Tarantino owns.
Yes, true.
On actual film, you know what I mean? And the moment this came up, it does give it a sense of authenticity, doesn't it? It's just like, we're going to watch some Asian cinema.
Yeah,
now,
and you sometimes with publishers, like, you know, not that many people go, oh, I'm going to go and watch that film because it's that publisher or it's that distributor or whatever it may be. But there are some that when you hear the jingle, or you see the logo, there's a part of you that goes, oh, we're in safe hands. In this case, it's like we're going to watch something that we've never seen before. Even if you've seen this type of movie before, you're going to see stuff that you're going, what am I watching? And there is an element where you have to embrace that approach,
the lunacy of
because you can very easily kind of go, well, this is ridiculous, and you can sort of immediately like reject anything you see. But I feel like anybody who is A, watching along with us, B, isn't going to watching along with us but will already have an appreciation for this type of cinema
and probably know more about it than we do at this point.
And
as I say, I'm about to go down a rabbit hole and become a complete nerd for this stuff.
We apologise to our listeners because it's not going to be the usual, here's the box office figures for this, because the box office figures are non-existent.
Is this shit cinema? Which this isn't, by the way.
Yeah.
Just like to be clear.
And
may become third era Chinese cinema, once month regular thing. Because I watched this movie. Like even this opening shot here, you can tell the director cares.
Yeah.
The way it pans back over his head. Now it's based on a series of books, isn't it?
Yes.
Wesley Books, I think his name is, isn't it? And this shot, even just this opening shot, as it pans back over his head while he's writing, is amazing. Now, visually, this film, I made 3 notes.
Well, that's good because you've got an hour and a half.
No, about the visual style.
Yeah.
Like hang on, I don't want to mess this up. I'm going to have a quick look at my notes, do some filler.
Yeah, what you're saying about seeing that the director cares. It's simple, tiny little things. Like even though we've prefaced this by saying low budget, this is, I would say, of a low budget. This is on the higher end of a low budget. There are some fantastic effects in here.
So good,
and you can really see that there has been an attention to detail in some cases. Because there are other cases, which is the charm of it, where the attention to detail isn't quite as prevalent.
I mean, my understanding of third era Hong Kong cinema, as such as it is that it's the golden era, late 80s, early 90s, where they realized they could make.
What else could you expect from Golden Harvest?
Where they realized there was a real market for 18 plus films, like adult based films, and they can produce them quite cheaply. So even though the budget of this is by no means a low budget affair, it didn't cost much to make.
Yeah.
Like, if to make this movie in America, you couldn't do this as a student film. You know what I mean? It's got real special effects. It's got some quality direction and some. It's like the locations are good and the acting's great, but it's churned out in that way you would expect this to be. And the thing about this sort of era, I like the fact that he gets out of bed, puts his flip flops on, but doesn't put any trousers on.
The flip-that's the key thing, the flip-flops.
Yeah, you gotta have your flip-flops. And it's like a mixture of genres. The movie is like action, sci-fi, horror, kung fu, and it's like they just went, let's just throw everything in. And what I especially like is they explain almost nothing throughout the film. Why is he making all the banging noises that wake him up? You don't make all that banging noises taking out cat intestines, right? It's never explained. Nothing in this film.
Maybe he's just not very good at it.
Nothing is right. Nothing in this film is explained. Why is there a cat alien, a lady alien, and an old human? How did they meet? Not explained.
And one thing that I think everybody would probably agree with me when we see this type of movie is where they've clearly taken certain things and put it into a Western translation. For example, the character name of Errol, which that was the first thing that I really went, that is hilarious, because I cannot for the life of me even think of a world where there is a Chinese actor who's gone, I think Errol is an authentic name. A, for an alien, and B, for an alien who's trying to pose as a Chinese.
I thought, hang on, is Errol the old man, right?
He's the old man.
I think he's a human. I think he's the only one who's not an alien. I'm not 100% sure on this because nothing is explained.
Yeah, it's
because he dies. Spoilers. Later on. And he's old. And at one point, it really confused me when he took his hat off. Because I was like, he looks completely different.
Yeah,
I think they hadn't put the grey effect in his hair at that point. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I mean, even that opening shot there, when he opens the door, when I was watching it yesterday, I was like, it's got a little bit of, with that horror element you get from Asian cinema, where you get, it's a little unsettling. The cat's a little starey.
Yeah,
I mean? And I like it. And it's kind of like, I think my notes were, it kind of feels a lot like the Hammer horror movies of the 70s.
Yeah.
Mixed with an episode of the A-Team. You know what I mean? It's like, and it reminded me a lot of old Columbo episodes.
I know what you mean. It has that.
Which, it sounds like an insult, but I mean, a lot of great directors cut their teeth making Columbo. Steven Spielberg made a bunch of Columbo episodes. So although it's all like low budgety kind of stuff, it's done by people who cared. Like, the director of this film he did a lot of other films that you've heard of.
I think
like Ricky-O, I think was him, wasn't it?
Ricky-O, The Story of Ricky. He's also had a movie called Erotic Ghost Story, which again, it feels like in very similar vein.
Apparently the third era of Hong Kong cinema involves lots of action movies, lots of comedy, and lots of sexy. But weird, done weird. You know what I mean?
Also, another movie called The Seventh Curse. So, yeah, it's funny because this is early 90s, 1991, 29th of September to be exact.
I think it was released in 92, I think.
Probably, yeah.
I think obviously there's distribution.
I think 91 is when it released in Hong Kong, 92
Definitely, it says 91 when it was made.
Yeah.
And it's based, they keep going on about 1997 in this movie, and that is not explained. Yes, it would be just before 1997. And it's like, I meant to look it up because they do not explain any of it.
Yeah, and it feels very much like where the 80s were 10 years before. Like the beginning of the 80s, where horror movies particularly were very cheap to make. They were a bankable commodity where you knew you could make it for a relatively small amount of money. You'd make a shitload of money back if it was successful. Even if it wasn't successful, it usually would break even and be, you know, at the very least at some point become cult-like. And it always had usually great effects or
the special effects in this movie are outstanding.
And so it feels very much like, you know.
Well, it's that studio system, isn't it? We've got everything in place we need. We've got our go-to actors, our go-to directors, behind the scenes guys, set studios, all of it set up so they can just churn them out at relatively low cost. I will say I watched mine on DVD, not on Blu-ray, and it does look weird watching it now in Blu-ray because it's so much crisper. Mine was really grotty. It felt like I was watching some sort of snuff film. Which really added to the
there is
feel
something
for
about
it.
those
reminded me like when you watch like it was almost like, oh, I found this film, bit like the plot to The Ring almost. You know what I mean?
There is something about those. I think the distributor was Tartan Asia Extreme, which were like, you know, the biggest distributor certainly in this country of Asian cinema, and there was something about those movies that did feel really gritty and really. Almost, as you say, almost like a snuff film where you're like, should I be watching this?
Low-budget film, apparently there is some. There's like the more funny ones, which are like these, more absurd. Although I will just say, when you saw this, did you go? And he's like, oh, look, vodka is flammable. Yeah. I was going, well, that's going to come up again later.
Well, in my head, I'm going, why would you do that? Why would that be a thing you do? Also, I know he's a writer, but he's a writer with quite a lot of money by the looks of his apartment, which is covered in books.
Just
to the point
random books, like a jumble sale.
Where it looks like the books are holding up the ceiling because they're set in such a way. And then there's a scene later on where he's on his lovely balcony or rooftop area near his swimming pool on the cheapest looking outdoor dining set you've ever seen. There's an Argos $29.99 special.
Yeah, I mean he is responsible for some of the best lines in this film though, such as in a minute where he just randomly declares that he's got sixth sense out of nowhere after they're laughing at him about the cat, and he's like, oh, let it go. And then the next week he's like, I have got sixth sense, I think she's an alien. And I'm like, it's Garth Marenghi. Dreamweaver. And my personal favorite line in this movie is I'm going to paraphrase it because I can't remember it exactly, but when it comes up, we'll point it out. And he says something about, I didn't expect a cat to fight so honorably. Such determination. And I was like, that is for me the line of the movie right there.
It's filled with moments like that where it is just absurd in the best possible way.
In the best,
like we're currently on the scene. Hopefully you are if you're watching along, where they're tucking into some crabs, and three of them obviously have had crabs before. When we say crabs, we mean the we don't know.
Not the STI.
And the chap with glasses, who's you know a bit of a bumbly fool,
who we never see again. No, after this scene, I think this is his last scene.
He starts the whole story and then just fucks off.
I wanted more of him in his pants and flip flop,
and his definitely quite in style for now glasses. You know, a lot of hipsters walking around Brighton.
Well,
with
the
that
90s is back. This is very 90s. This movie. It's very stylized 90s.
Yeah, there's something about the black roll neck.
Yeah, like everything about it could be like Hawaii 5-0 or something. You know what I mean, it's got that. Although I think it was the 80s, but you know what I mean. It's got that very stylized look. He looks like Tim Burton's Batman. What's his name, Mark?
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne.
Yes,
this is it. They should be good natures, but kindness is bound to bring evil. And none of this is really explained other than I think they say the alien turned up on their planet, so they fled. But then everybody else is still on their planet apart from them because they need them to get back via a beam of light. This special effect now is gross.
I was eating my dinner.
Look at it. It's so obviously in reverse and so obviously a puppet. but it still makes your skin crawl. There's something about thick, viscous liquid going into someone's mouth, even though it's clearly a pop. It's just gross. It's so good. Look at it. Oh, it's so good.
It is.
So good.
It's that kind of thing which you don't often see nowadays, and we try not to get onto that age-old debate.
Although we are going to run out of things to talk about quite quickly, so
so maybe we will. But it does look so good. The one thing that
you're not going to mention what I think you're going to mention, are you?
Well, I don't know.
Go on.
So there's a point. We're currently at the scene where the cat and the alien are in the museum trying to get to their artifact.
Yeah.
And I remember literally there was a point of going, what has just happened? Where it's the following day, and very, very quickly,
he looks so much younger there.
That's why I thought he was an alien.
So confused
because I was like, that's a different guy altogether, and it's when.
Yeah, I mean, I did Google some stuff because I was like, what's the subtext of this film? and I sort of went down a rabbit hole a bit, and it was like, it's not really explained. I think it's explained more in the books, but I think he's a human helper, hence why he's the only one that gets old, even though his age seems to flit about all over the place. The cat is hundreds of years old.
Yeah,
which I missed that from the movie, but I think it's sort of hinted at. But a bit that confuses me is the cat's dead, right? It's been dead for 10 years when they do its analysis on its tail.
Yeah.
Yet he says we're cutting out intestines because we're trying to find ways of keeping him alive. It's like, but he's already dead and he's hundreds. I'd like, again, not explained. You know what I mean? Hey! So good. Look at these special effects. Look at. Oh, it's so creepy.
But even like, the quick zoom in at the girl's face is just, you can see that although...
And then rando tree.
It just comes out of fucking nowhere. But the most, with all the bonkers stuff in here, the thing that I find the most bonkers is after this scene where they're in the museum, all the police turn up, the writer comes along, and just
like Murder, She Wrote.
Exactly. What the fuck is this writer doing here? Is this a crime scene? And immediately goes, the cat's involved.
Yeah. Yeah. and no one says anything. They just go, all right.
Everybody just goes, that sounds pretty viable.
They all just go, even when he gets the dog, he's like, I'm chasing that cat. And the bloke's like, oh, right.
Rather than going, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jump out the window.
It's a cat. Yeah.
What is this exactly? It's like a mushroom tree.
It's some sort of organism.
It's so never explained again.
It's very Cronenberg-esque. It's very The Fly. It's very The Thing.
Yes, it's very true. Yeah. It's very much David Cronenberg does an episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I never thought of that. That makes me love this film even more.
There's so much care and attention, particularly with those effects. I mean, the acting, I think we kind of briefly touched upon this when we done our Ring episode way back when. And it's difficult for us, where we're so used to a Western style of performance, to know if this is, for the most part, it's fairly, standard acting. But there are some points where it's a bit different from what we would see in a Western movie, where you're like, that's a very interesting choice you've made there.
Zero fucks given.
Yes,
that's how I think of it.
I absolutely.
What I really admire about this movie is its refusal to explain everything. I keep saying and that the fact that it doesn't matter, like you were saying earlier, it's a case of willing suspension of disbelief, where especially now with a lot of movies, everything's very serious and po-faced, and I think I blame Christopher Nolan and the Batman movies for this. The moment they came out and they're great movies, it was like, you can take superhero subjects seriously, and then everything has to have angst and meaning, and everything has to be explained. And I like all that stuff. I love the Nolan verse of Batman. I think it's the best stuff that's been put on film. But there's a part of me that enjoys the lunacy of the Tim Burton movies more, the silliness of it, which is interesting because Marvel have that balance down and much better than DC. And when DC attempt to do it, you get the Batfleck era movies that don't know what they're going to be. The Snyderverse, where it's like, oh, there's jokes in here, but they're not funny, and it's dark. Oh, Martha.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just like, oh, my mummy's dead as well, and it's just like, what is this movie we're watching?
They take themselves so seriously that when there is a light-hearted moment, it feels so out of place. And you're like, what are we watching here?
Yeah. Whereas this is just glorious in all of the right ways. In the same way, like you go back to the monster movies of the 30s, and it's very film noir. It's very much detective movie, a man trying to figure out an impossible thing. But he's like just fully adverse from the opening. Oh, it's aliens. Obviously, it's from a book series. I'm assuming this is his raison d'etre. But it's just, here's the movie. Like we always talk about popcorn movies. Here's the movie. Don't question it. Sit back, watch a cat and a dog have a punch up like they're humans. That will involve A, throwing a cat and dog about just off of camera, and B, some of the worst puppets you've ever seen. And yet, so, like, that was a bit, it was on. I said to my wife, you need to watch this. This is amazing. And then it shows it all again at the end of the movie, which was superb.
It's amazing. And I think one thing that movies seem to forget sometimes is that not everything has to be one thing or the other. So, sometimes certain films spend all their time trying to explain every single detail. And in most cases, that means all the imagination, all the mystery has gone. There are some movies that don't explain anything to the point where it's very difficult to get on board and go, well, why do I care about anything?
Well, yeah, I immediately think of like these movies exist in Asian cinema and they work. Now, whether that's a translation thing to the West with us, so we don't question it as much. But it's that, would this translate to a Western version? When the answer is usually no, right? So the one that comes to mind is a film like Cowboys versus Aliens.
Yeah.
That would make perfect sense as an Asian cinema film. Low budget, 90s, 80s, 70s, whatever, makes sense. You try and put that weird, absurd blending of genres together in Western movies, and we're too cynical. I think it's much more, this doesn't make sense, that's just silly. Whereas this doesn't make sense and is silly, but that's what I'm watching it for,
Yeah, and I feel like there is I always see that Asian cinema seems to be cinema with the shackles taken off.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be any of
less
this.
constraint.
I'm sure there probably is studio interference and all of the things that we talk about with so many movies, from a Western culture. I'm sure there is all of that.
It feels much more like the old Hollywood
system.
Feels
like the one thing I always, when I was doing my degree, was always the why of stuff. And sometimes you don't need the why. Like John Woo is the classic one of always putting in the pointing two guys pointing a pistol at each other, and the why is because it looks cool. Doesn't need to make any sense. It looks cool. Sometimes there are so many people going, why do we need to do that in the context of the story? And sometimes there's almost a apprehension to just accept that we're doing this because it looks cool, or because it's a good effect to use, or because it's this, it's because it's that. And it feels like, there has to be a narrative reason for doing this.
Sorry, the cat is about to attack him.
What I love about his reaction to that is he's reacting almost like he's just spilt a little bit of mayonnaise in his sandwich. Not the fact that there is an alien cat about to attack him. Yeah, that in some instances,
I think he's about to deliver the honourable cat fighting line that I was speaking about earlier. I thought I was dreaming, but as I looked at the wound, I confirmed it to be real. It just never occurred to me that a cat could fight. Right? And it was so valiantly too. The cat wanted me dead. Yes, the cat fought valiantly. Yes. With one swipe of its paw, I believe.
Which would never be a line.
In a
ever be
film,
no. Whether that's actually the line or whether that's just
true.
The translation, who knows? But yeah, the shackles are well and truly taken off with, or it certainly feels that way in Asian cinema. And there doesn't seem to or doesn't always have to be a why in terms of a narrative reason for doing something. There just seems to be like much like when you hear a lot of improvised comedy, for example. Well, let's just try it. Let's see how that works. And then you find something,
Here comes the sexy scene.
Yeah.
I never knew that sweaty armpits were sexy before.
With the music over the top, and the music and the score in this is actually, in some places, horrifying.
Yeah.
But in this particular scene, is both horrifying and
the sweaty armpit.
Which I'm gonna be honest with you. It took me a while to figure out it was an armpit. I was like, "Where are we going?"
My wife looked up at this point and went, "Is that an armpit?" And I was like, "Yeah."
It's the sort of point in a movie where you're like, "Please don't let your parents walk in."
I expected her to go, "What are you watching?" Right. Oh, it's not really like that.
At least wait until I'm out. Very strange. It's horrifying, but also trying to be strangely erotic, and is very, very. It's a weird juxtaposition.
And because it's the 90s, and all men are douchebags in the 90s, just for fun, he picks her up and throws her in the swimming pool and walks off laughing.
In my head,
toxic.
In my head, I went, yeah, I would probably do that to my wife if I was sitting by a pool. I probably would pick her up and push her in the pool.
This actress, is in Rush Hour, the first Rush Hour, as a stewardess. I know that because I looked it up on IMDb this morning.
Which I believe. Let me just try and. Again, it's very difficult to.
Yeah, I mean, our usual format of facts and stuff don't really apply too heavily to this sort of stuff because we don't know anything about it.
And I think
and you could tell me, oh, they were in this film and that film. I'd be like, yeah, I've never heard of those films.
Yeah, there's definitely not going to be any. Well, would you like to know who was almost cast in this?
Yeah.
And of course,
who almost played the cat?
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins was up for the role of the cat.
Yeah, so it's Chris
doing his Mario voice.
So apologies for any of the pronunciations, but I'll give it my best go. We have Gloria Yip playing the princess. We have Wei Lee playing Wei Sai Lee. We have Christine Inji playing Pei So. We have Yuk Sang Chung. We have Liang Chiang. We have Charlie Chow playing Frederick Lee. We have Lam Chua playing Professor Yu. We have Long Kong, who is the arms dealer, who is the coolest.
Oh, what, Rick James? He reminded me of like Rick James, motherfucker. What's his name? Dave Chappelle dressed up as Prince.
Have you seen that Key and Peele sketch where he dresses up as the dude who sings the Ghostbusters theme tune?
No, is it good?
And he basically says, I have a whole album out, and it's just all these songs from movies to the Ghostbusters theme. And he looks exactly like this dude at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I will have to show you because
he's great though. Who was the actor? Sorry,
the actor is called Long Kong.
He's so good. That the whole scene, I would like, and I was a bit like, "Where's this going?" And then it goes somewhere glorious, which is endless gun violence. Done it in the way that only Asian cinema can do gun violence.
Yeah, where you just
gratuitous.
So so much blank ammunition being used for the sake of.
And that's what I really like about this. When this film is the practical effects. All of the things on fire appear to be on fire, apart from one scene towards the end,
whether it's floating around it.
That apart from that, I'm like, they literally have set fire to these people, and you can even see the fire retardant gum on their face, and their faces don't go. They don't even try to hide it. The person's running about on fire, and it's great.
Almost in a way of saying we're going to make this so obvious that we're actually doing this because we want you to know we're doing.
And when he when he throws I think it's a beer barrel at him or whatever, you know that scene?
Yeah.
And he jumps up and kicks it. You can see the wire coming off his back. It's just like, who cares? It's so good. But I watched this movie and I thought, this movie is the film that the first Terminator could have been if James Cameron had more talent.
That is brilliant.
James Cameron was just free to make the movies he wanted to make.
I think
it reminds me of the Terminator. It reminds me of early Peter Jackson movies. Was it Brain Dead and oh god, not Bloodsport.
Bad Taste.
Bad Taste. I love Bad Taste. It was years before I realised that Derek in that film is Peter Jackson. Just shaved his beard off. I'm with Derek, and Derek started ran. I think he plays two people in that movie, doesn't he? I think he plays one person with a beard
who gets his head blown out.
Yeah. I think he plays. He
put his brains back in.
Yeah, that's Derek when he shaved his beard, and he plays another one with a beard. I think he might play a zombie, not a zombie, but an alien and that. But yeah, it reminded me a lot of early Peter Jackson movies with a bigger budget, or probably not though. But you know what I mean, with a bigger scope.
Yeah. I think this may be one of my favourite scenes in the
with the fake dog
because
the red rocket.
It's the whole build up to this scene where they've gone again. What I was saying earlier, he's just decided that the cat is responsible for this.
And
this
he agrees
museum.
with him. Oh, you're going to get the cat. You need this dog.
And but what they do. What they do is they go, bearing in mind the absurdity of assuming that a cat is responsible for a museum robbery, which has resulted in the death of a guard. Their next step is to go, well, obviously we need a dog. That's the only way to stop this cat. Yeah. We have to get a dog.
What are cats' mortal enemies? Dogs.
Yeah.
Done.
And initially, it is.
That's a beautiful dog. What sort of dog is that? Do you know? I have no idea.
I have no idea, but that to me,
I want to say Sharp Hair because that's like the only Asian dog I've heard of. That to me
is very frightening.
I thought I was like, that dog looks like adorable. Until it doesn't. And then it looks like the Hounds of the Baskervilles.
It looks adorable in the context of what we're watching. Yeah. But if that is on the end of a chain held by a man in a white vest and a can of Stella.
You wouldn't want it near your kids, would you?
That becomes a very different prospect.
I mean, its jaws could literally fit your head in.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that is verging on being a horse.
Yeah.
The size of that dog.
That's a scary looking dog.
And... immediately you go, well, that dog is clearly going to rip that small black cat apart.
Well, you'd think so.
But it's not just any cat, Yeah,
space cat for some reason. Look at these 90s cars. See, there you go. Like staple of Asian cinema, men in tuxedos. Government type officials, tuxedos, bank robbers,
Hong Kong's answer to Reservoir Dogs.
Well, that's where Reservoir Dogs got it from, right? He got it from John Woo movies and such.
Yeah. And there is such a stylistic kind of view to that, where you look at it and you go, "Why are they all in tuxedos?"
Yeah,
because it looks fucking cool. Like that understanding what movie you're making is so important.
Yeah.
Because how many movies have you heard about? We think we're making one movie and it turns into this movie.
Yeah.
I was, obviously passing Sam Neill recently. A lot of Sam Neill stuff's come up, and he was saying that Event Horizon, he thought he was making a different movie. Unfortunately,
is that because of the edits?
So the studio got involved.
Lost forever,
and apparently they stored the negatives in a salt mine.
Right.
For some reason,
I heard they'd lost the
the original negatives, so there won't be a Paul W.S. Anderson.
So I want to see that movie.
Yeah, and Event Horizon is a great movie anyway.
It's a good movie,
but it's obviously a different movie. The most infamous one is Alien 3, obviously with David Fincher.
Yeah,
but understanding what movie you're making and going, okay, well, if we are going to take ourselves seriously, how are we going to do that without it being a bore? If we're not going to take ourselves seriously, how are we going to do that without it becoming so over the top and outlandish that it becomes too much?
Yeah.
There is a fine line, and I think there's an element.
Here comes the tree.
What I love about this scene where they're all being attacked by this alien tree is there's definitely a shot where there's an open doorway that they could just
run through,
and then that becomes a window, and he has to smash his way through.
What I like again about things that aren't explained is they shoot it and it's sort of gaseous jets of air come out of it. Never explained. There's no you can't shoot that. It's got electricity and gas in it. it is what it is.
Well, that's what would be in the
Deal
Western
with it.
version of this movie.
Yeah,
There would be a
explained.
really terrible exposition line. It's like, you can't do that. It's made of da-da-da-da-da. You know, and it would just take away. Whereas
it would be like the alien visited my home planet, my family died, and all of that, and I'm here to avenge this and the other. And for years, our species have been battling each other in a game. And you just get all this backstory and explanation that may or may not be necessary.
Nobody knows where it came from, but we call it the basilisk.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And it's, you know,
it feeds on blah, blah, blah. It wants...
and it absolutely will not stop.
Yeah. You don't know what it wants. You don't know why it's here. You don't know anything. It's amazing.
And here's the thing. Nobody...
the bit where his hands melt now is amazing. This is amazing. Where his face melts.
So good. It is so good.
But his hands melting, it's such a good touch. Look at his face there. There's nothing left.
You know, the hanging eye is amazing.
His hands. This is
very
RoboCop-esque.
It's just...
You know what I mean?
We'll give the man a hand. You know, it's use of slow motion for absolutely no reason. A headshot doesn't kill him for absolutely no reason. And
where he's possessed by the alien hands.
And this is the thing, nobody cares. Like, nobody is going to be watching this movie, as far as I'm aware, because they want to know more about this story. Yeah. It's not a movie about the story. It's a movie about watching. It's interesting and it's there, but it's not like... There's an element of going, well, what is this about? That's why it's not necessarily knowing the ins and outs of the backstory of this alien creature or the cat.
Look at this. It's so good. It's like 90s. His arms are falling off. Oh, so good.
You just want to see some crazy shit happen.
Yeah.
And you see so much crazy shit.
Am I right to go in his mouth again?
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
It's so unsettling.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
But amazing.
And then
we lost
this line that makes no sense. And then boom, they're all stood up. And we're like,
that's probably the only bit of explanation. Our bodies take 3 days for full mutation.
I appreciated the explanation because I was like, otherwise I'd be like, hang on, what's going on? And I'm pretty sure next time we see him, he has a different haircut.
Yeah, I think he does.
Like, there is some weird continuity stuff going on.
I also haven't really noticed that I think one of the dudes here is Long Kong, who also plays the...
Maybe.
Or
here we go. Look at this jacket. See, look, his hair's different.
His hair, yeah.
Like, why is his hair different?
I think that's the age, and his hair's different
you used
again.
To have that haircut,
his hair's different from the not only the previous scene, it's from the previous shot in the same scene.
Yeah, it keeps moving.
I think it's probably the age-old tradition of we need to do some reshoots.
Yeah,
and you've got a completely different haircut now, but we're just he
had to go off to go do some other film.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is what my hair looks like now. Here he is.
Henry Cavill has to have a CGI'd mouth in Justice League because he's not allowed to shave his tash for Mission Impossible.
So this bloke's name is Long Kong.
Long Kong.
He is amazing.
Yeah, so much charisma. Mind you, both of them. It's a great scene. It's a battle of wits with one of us knowing.
He portrays like twitchy intensity very well. It's so good.
And the other dude, because he knows he's an alien, it's like, you don't know what you're getting yourself in for, you know. And I like the stupid amount of detail to look for guns.
Yeah.
Like, first of all,
they do really go into guns.
Yeah. Why would an alien need the gun? But not only that.
But here we are, 1997's mentioned again. I really should have looked up why they keep going around 1997. See, it comes on like 3 or 4 times in this movie.
Yeah. I'd bust your gun leasing syndicate. That's such a way of saying an arms deal.
And he keeps pulling guns. He pulls like an AK-47 out of his back pocket in a second.
What I love is that the translation tries to sound so Shakespearean. It's like, this is a Milan, 0.35, 0.357.
Slow motion gunplay.
Which to some people is pornography.
By the end of this century was all over American cinema.
Yeah.
Slow motion gun clips and all that, you know.
Yeah, it's very Michael Bay.
He just put out AK-47 out of his back pocket, just casually.
the inside pocket of his jacket is doing some heavy lifting there. But yeah, they tried to make some of certainly the translations tried to make it sound Shakespearean.
Yeah.
This is a Milan .357, one of the deadliest Colts.
That's what's his name, isn't it? Oh, Dirty Harry. This is a Magnum 45, the most powerful handgun in the world. Blow your head clean off. Yeah, they really they go into. I mean, maybe they were sponsored by arms manufacturers or something.
MP5K from the H&K factory in West Germany.
Very reasonable price. Bring the family. Yeah.
2 for 1 offer.
Slags off some American guns there, Remington. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very much like he's an alien, but he wants to know that his guns are responsibly sourced.
But I feel like this is more or less lifted from the first Terminator, you know. Uzi 9mm. Oh, we haven't done any army impressions this podcast yet.
And you've gone and ruined it.
Uzi 9mm.
The only thing you need to do is have the arms guy go, "Hey, you can't do that in here."
This dude is so cool.
He's got so
you got to pay. He's like, get it off your mum or something.
Hey, have your mum collect it.
That's it.
In 1991, we had a Hong Kong your mum joke.
Yeah.
Brilliant. You know,
he's like, "What is it? Your jokes are not all that funny, Officer Wong." And he's like, "I'm not joking.
Even
though not. What I meant to say is, I'll end your mother too."
What is hilarious about him saying your jokes are not all that funny, Officer Wong, is it's preceded by a really over the top laugh.
Yeah.
And then he
look at this. You're not human. I am not human. Hey! They're not even pointing in the same direction. Those contact
not only
lenses.
is he not only is he an alien, he's a boss-eyed alien. But you know, even
like,
tight. I mean, such a simple like effect, putting some contacts in, just looks so fucking cool. Like,
it just looks amazing.
You know,
look at this slow motion gunplay. Boom. Bad boys.
Straight out of the
What are you going to say to Michael Bay?
Yeah, it's a very Michael Bay. Obviously,
someone just got their fingers blown off. It was amazing. Yeah, it's all very Bad Boys. Michael Bay.
You know, the originators of this, rather than it being.
Yeah,
you know,
this is
I reckon
Michael
Bay.
If
you play Michael Bay movie at like full speed, it's probably only about 10 minutes long.
He pees himself just for good measure.
And then I just love the fact that an alien is using this weaponry in such a cool way, rather than being an alien and, you know, doing the things that aliens would do. He still manages to do put the grenade in his mouth and the slow walk away without looking.
In slow motion while the explosions happen. But also, I don't know much about hand grenades, but don't you have to you pull the pin out and then release the trigger?
Yeah, if anything,
as he walks off, you just throw it.
It's a bit like when somebody they're joking friends where Chandler's being held hostage by Rachel in her boss's office, and she puts the sock in his mouth, and he's like, no, and then just spits the sock out. It's that kind of thing. Like, logic isn't.
Yeah, it's like he had time to get halfway across the room. I think you had time to take the grenade out of your mouth.
Yeah. And not only now we're at the scene where they're setting up a sting for a cat.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen, and scene of the film for me. The first cat dog fight, which is preceded by the second, and it is scene of the movie. It's so bizarre. It is a fight scene between a cat and a dog, but done as if the cat and the dog were humans. It has the same inflection points that a human fight would have, including the cat choking the dog with its own chain. I like this bit where it's and the slap. The dog slaps the cat.
It's just everything you want from, you know, a cat fighting a dog.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many, you know, a bit like when you get Batman versus Superman. Like, there's certain things you want from that face-off.
Oh, 100%.
You know, and if you'd have asked me before watching this movie, what do you want from a cat and a dog fight? It wouldn't have been any of the stuff that's here. But now that I've seen it, I'm like, I don't.
Cat on a wire. Oh, it's so good. That poor cat.
You know, it's brilliant.
Look at this. Amazing.
And you know,
he's going to karate chop his head.
what was brilliant is as he karate chops his head, the dog goes into a barrel roll maneuver as if that's the most logical reaction to being constructed.
What a dog would do.
Karate chops on their head by a
dog would do. They've clearly just strapped that thing to that cat and a cat-shaped hole in the window.
I mean,
come on!
That was the point where I was like, this is everything I'm looking for in this movie. There's a cat-shaped hole through glass and 2 bits of a wooden frame. You know.
Oh, it's so good.
I just love as well that they're also, it looks like they're struggling to keep up with that dog in that car. Because they're clearly going fast enough, because as soon as he turns off, they're very quickly there.
Yeah.
You know. We're now in the junkyard
scene. Oh, it's scene in a movie. Makes no sense.
And it's like there's so much stuff here that can go wrong, because there is obviously quite a lot of using actual cat and an actual dog. You know, a lot. Obviously, there's a lot where they're not.
Yeah.
But you know, they always say
that was clearly a cat that had been thrown in the air and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they always
the dog punched the cat. Yeah. And this bit where he's dragging him back and you get the 2 paws as well, and he's just trying to reach something out of reach. And it's like such a movie trope. But instead it's done with a cat and a dog instead of 2 people.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, it's so good.
And you know, the one thing they say is never work with children or animals. And obviously, there's a lot here that the animals are not doing, but there's a lot that the animals are doing. And
I mean, they clearly in a minute throw the cat into a puddle. That puddle there, I think, actually, and speed up the footage a bit. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, I wonder if there are in the credits no animals were harmed in the making of this movie.
Well, do they cut the cat's tail off for that one scene? Right. Claymation dogs and cats. It's
just they're just throwing everything at this movie. They're using so many different techniques and going, well, let's do it like that. Let's do that.
Yeah, they threw that cat into that pond. What I especially like, this dog is such a good actor, though.
Yeah.
Right? That when the cat cuts him in a minute, he licks the blood and then barks. He's got all the blood in his mouth. He's choking him with his own chain. It's such a satisfying scene, and it's so weird. I wonder whether it was. I assume it was just by accident. They didn't go out of their way to get the dog to do it, but it looked so good.
Yeah, and even the thing of when they're on top of the car with the busted out windscreen, and the dog's coming in trying to get to the cat.
Yeah,
what's the logical thing to do? Not get out of the car and run away. No, put the windscreen wipers on. And obviously the cat has done that in hope that there's still some life in this junked out car.
The battery's still working. Yeah,
and it happens to go exactly the right, speed to fool the dog. And
see, I thought the dog was done for at this point.
Well, you would
massive electrocution.
Which
that's great.
There is that point where we go, okay, but that's the end of the dog then, and then we get that bit of life, and he's actually like, no, I've still got more fight in me.
Can't stop this dog.
Yeah, and you go, well, who's the real hero of this? Is it the cat or is it the dog?
Yeah, but I think this is the scene now. The cat cuts the dog. It's such a great moment. Look at that. What a scene. They should have held that. Look at it. They should have held that a lot longer. And then the blood's gone.
Yeah. Well.
He's no longer bleeding.
He's the Wolverine of dogs.
I do like the fact is that a suplex he just did on him then?
Yeah, it was definitely a suplex.
It was definitely a suplex, wasn't it? Yeah. I thought that was cool,
because everybody in their life has to see
a cat suplex a dog.
Absolutely.
Worth the price of admission alone.
And then the writer, who seems to be more proactive in trying to solve this mystery than the police.
Yeah, where have the police gone at this point?
Well, they were all trying to stay away.
They were all in the same car a minute
ago.
So
it's the way he kind of just nonchalantly kind of walks in, not like he's trying to help the dog.
This film benefits nothing from being in 4K.
It's not in 4K.
Oh, well, Blu-ray, sorry, HD. It just looks like he's on a theatre soundstage at this point. Yeah, I would recommend getting the cruddy DVD version.
It's funny because there are some movies that really do warrant a 4K
yeah.
or a Blu-ray, and without seeing the DVD version, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
make a
but it's
comment,
like when you watch the football in HD and then like your TV signal goes, so you click back to ITV and you're like, I can't watch this. Like, I can't even tell what's going on. Apart from I can tell that's Harry Kane because he runs like his legs are made of lead.
Yeah.
Sorry, the World Cup's just happened.
And we're not.
England just went out to Argentina in the most painful way I've ever seen, and exactly how you expect England to go out of a World Cup.
It's not.
Get ahead and then throw it away. So this bit here, right? He chops the cat's tail and it bites he later says it bit its own tail off. That didn't actually happen. He just pulled it off. But
I reckon that's him covering his own back. I'm like, oh yeah,
didn't torture this cat. Right, he keeps it though, doesn't he? Wanders around with it in a manila envelope for a while.
Yeah, and then teases his girlfriend with it. Like, want to have a look? And he's like, oh, that's disgusting.
So again, 100-year-old cat. It's only been dead for 10 years, but they're keeping it alive with cat's intestines or something. He's great. This bloke, isn't he?
I think he's the writer of the books.
This bloke?
Yeah.
He actually wrote the book?
I think he's the guy who wrote the book.
No. He looks like a writer. He does look like Garth Marenghi.
He does.
He's wearing Garth Marenghi's jacket, actually.
What you can't see is that he had some lines cut and one of them was maggots.
That's interesting, though, because...
maggots.
Blood. When he came down the stairs in his first introduction, it had that it's this actor feel about it, so that kind of makes sense. Like you're like, if you know, you would know who that is, sort of thing. Like you're supposed to know.
Yeah, feels like a legacy sequel where we've got the old gang back together. That type of.
Well, it is that studio system. Thing, You'll see all of these people in the same movies with the same director and the same studio. That old legacy filmmaking.
I do like the way they just bring the dog out in the middle of the waiting area.
Yeah.
And
I like the fact that they pretend this dude can actually lift that dog up because that dog is ginormous. Oh, he's struggling.
I feel like if he doesn't already have a bad back, he does now because that is somewhat ridiculous. Yeah.
And here's your tail back.
Yeah. And can I just say, this seems like the most pleasant veterinary service in the world where everyone's so smiley. Here, have your amputated cat's tail back.
Oh, apologies. It says it's been dead for decades. Sorry, I thought it was time. I remembered that wrong. Yeah, and they did it very quickly. The analysis of the cat's tail, bone density, mate. This thing's been dead for a while. The smell was a giveaway.
The tag on it saying removed this time. And we're back to Errol and the princess. I just love the fact that he's called Errol.
He's called Errol and she's called the princess. And no one does she explain she's a princess, though. No. That's just her name. Oh, look, princess.
To begin with, thought it was just like a
generic name.
Not even like a name, but like you'd call
what,
Pickle.
Darling?
Yeah.
What, princess?
But slightly.
He's called Errol, so that would make sense.
Yeah. He's of that generation.
As I said, this predates Snatch, though, so.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have seen it. Maybe they've been watching Minder. What, princess?
I was about to do a definitely borderline racist.
You have to be very careful.
Chinese accent of somebody saying Pete Waterman, and I stopped myself saying
Dennis Waterman. Pete Waterman was
so
not only music dude.
Not only would it have been
factually
offensive, it would have been just wrong as well. The fact that he's called Errol is just sums everything up about this movie of it being so unexpected.
Why is
and
his
bonkers.
bottom lip going? Is that him crying?
Well, please don't blame him. He is a brave knight.
He's a brave knight. And a cat, for some reason, that is never explained.
He did manage to get to the octagon. At that point, I was like...
Dun, dun, dun. How did they get a cat to look at the camera then? That was amazing. That cat is such a good actor.
And that's what I mean. Like, there's some real skill involved, like, because it's so difficult. We've seen...
What happened last night was unbelievable. No shit.
The cat had his tail clenched by the trunk of my car. He unexpectedly bit off his tail and ran off.
Yeah, it's not what I saw.
Yeah. That's definitely not what happened. You trapped his tail in the trunk of a car and he's an alien and just managed to, yeah.
Do you have any facts about this film?
So,
factoids.
We have a couple of factoids. So, Ni Kuang, author of the original novel which the film is based, makes a cameo as the dog owner, Mr. Chen. Like his cameos in other films at the time, including The Seventh Curse, Kuang's scenes were shot in sync sound, which would not be the norm for Hong Kong films until the mid-90s, while the rest would be dubbed in post-production. So, little interesting thing, because that's the one thing that, you know, it's a bad joke, isn't it, that lots of comedians do. It's like, oh, I love those old Hong Kong movies, and they do bad dubbing, and, you know.
Well, I did think when I picked up my DVD, I was like, am I going to watch this with subtitles, or am I going to watch this dubbed? I didn't have an option. Yeah. So I went with subtitles, and I'm glad I did it. It's always better to hear the inflection and the actors' voices and just read it.
Yeah, the worst thing is when we done our Hard Boiled episode.
Yeah.
I had a bad DVD copy of that, which has now been released on 4K, which I need to pick up. But I wanted it in Cantonese with English subtitles.
Yeah.
However, the DVD copy I had was English dubbed.
Yeah.
And it was by the worst voice actors in the world.
So they weren't taking it seriously, perhaps?
I think they were taking it far too serious.
The opposite.
It was just absolutely terrible. It was some of the worst thing, and not even in a way where you go, that is like this, where some of it is bad, but that's the charm of it. It was just bad to the point where I was like, I've brought this copy of this movie. I'm going to have to find it on YouTube because I can't watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. My friend, Baldy J, who loves Asian cinema, was telling me once, I can't remember what the film was he was watching, but he said he had the subtitles on and the dub at the same time, and they didn't even match up. What was being said did not match with what was coming up as on the subtitles, because obviously they do it to mouth movements. They try and and it's so you're always better off just watching the film with the subtitles. You get used to it after a while. The only thing I don't like about watching a film with subtitles is if you miss something.
Yeah,
I have to rewind it.
It's a conscious decision to have to be focused on the film.
Yeah.
Which is why, unfortunately,
sometimes you'll miss a visual while you're reading, and vice versa.
Sometimes it's why I don't watch as many Asian movies or
not yet.
Foreign movies.
This goes the way I think it's going to go. You're going to be watching a lot.
Yeah. You're saying about you're jumping into a rabbit hole.
I'm dragging you with me.
Yeah. I've got a birthday coming up, and I'll be like, oh, look what they've got on this now. Yeah, it's a definite conscious decision. You've got to sit and be focused. In a day and age where phones are always, distracting, and there's other things. I watched this doing my dinner the other day, and I was like, I need to pause this and actually properly give this the time of day, because I've dropped some rice on my tray. Oh, and now I've missed a major plot point.
Yeah, I had to rewind a couple of times.
Nothing is explained.
It was always just gibberish. But you say the amount of books in his apartment is ridiculous.
Yeah, to the point where perhaps the most ridiculous thing in this world is the fact that he's got so many books in his apartment, and his girlfriend doesn't seem to have a problem with that. If I had that many books in that layout in this house, I would definitely be getting passive-aggressive comments at the very least.
But he's Wesley. You're not Wesley. Is that his name, Wesley?
I think it's Wesley.
The Wesley series.
Yeah, the cat battle that we obviously spoke quite a bit about. So that took several months to film.
Really?
And
is that when they play it again at the end? Yeah, get their money's worth.
Absolutely.
Several months
to film. 7 trained cats. So it's obviously not the same cat. It's not one cat, it's 7 of them. So the special effects director was initially tasked with realising these scenes, was fired after just 3 days due to animal endangerment, and was replaced by up-and-coming Japanese effects artist Shinji Hikuji, because it would have been too costly to demolish the set demolished the set that had already been prepared, Higuchi was required to pick up the shoot as is. He worked on the film for 1 month before having to return to Japan, only completing one scene in this time.
So yeah, it's probably the stop motion animation
Yeah.
that takes a long time.
It's all that Wallace and Gromit type stuff is just so time consuming. It is, you know, at the very
what
least.
I also find a bit confusing about this is the scene with it's about 5 cops in tuxedos all get possessed. Where's the other 4 for the rest of this film?
I don't know. I feel like that's
like
4
he
sequels
turns up in this thing. He's got his hair back to slick back now. And he's got his guns that he got from Long Kong. But yeah, the others never return.
No, I mean,
never see them. But after they killed this one, I thought, oh, I've got to do the other 4 yet. This is going to go on a bit. And here we go with payoff, and the flammable vodka's about to pay off now. We've got these booze advertisements going on right here.
Yeah, it was a different time, the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they just disappear, and it definitely feels like there are 4 more sequels.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, another thing that isn't really
Molotov cocktail when you can use 4.
How the fuck he's holding those bottles?
He's actually doing it as well. Man.
Like
flammable water.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that's how that would work.
Yeah,
I mean, I demand a bit more realism from my Space Cat movie.
Well, yeah, you've got to really, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I demand it. So this is very. I feel like James Cameron saw this before he made Judgment Day.
Well, there's
like I have seen that shot in so many films since,
with a big booming soundtrack underneath, ominous.
Like this is very Terminator 2 at this point.
Yeah,
an unstoppable killing machine
who absolutely will not stop.
Oh yeah,
it's just.
So we've got no one's talking. It's just silence. There we go. Some Asian cinema gunplay. Look at these bullets. It looks like a scene out of Hot Shots Part 2.
Yeah.
He's just shooting all the books.
Think about the books.
Yeah.
All these books that would provide virtually no protection from the various bullets being, a wall would probably be better to have there, or a pillar, rather than a mound of books. He has so much alcohol in that.
So much alcohol, so many bullets.
And
the fact that he throws that bottle of vodka on his head and it explodes, and then they don't set fire to him, I find quite frustrating as well. Like it goes nowhere. I was like, he's going to flick a match at him and he's going to catch fire, but no.
It doesn't really make sense that he throws the Molotov into the pool as if fair enough, the dude walks through it anyway, just to show you I'm not of this world and I'm somewhat invulnerable to this kind of pain. However, he could have just walked around the pool.
Yeah.
Because
you can clearly see a path. Yeah.
It's like, maybe go around.
Something else explodes in this, and I can't remember what it is. It's like they throw a kitchen appliance and it explodes, and I can't think what it is. But I remember thinking, that why is that exploding? Like, amazing. Yeah.
It's the thing they always say when
this, but you'll see the wire now. He throws this gas bottle at him.
It's brilliant.
he does a spinning kick.
She grabs 2
bottles
of vodka.
Likes his booze, doesn't he? It's like there's the wire. Boosh. Amazing.
Kicks it and
amazing. Look at all of these explosions, man. This is happening. That thing is on fire. So satisfying to watch.
Even that shot of him walking towards the camera, firing that shotgun.
Yeah.
Which
crazy,
you don't
right?
often see that. It's usually, off to the side, or because there's an element of going, I know they're blanks and nothing's coming out of that, but there is a risk of the camera
100%.
being that, that close to what we see. And it just adds, all of this risk and all of this reward, because this stuff is difficult to do. And you can see where they put the time and the budget.
Yeah.
There are obviously some bits where you can see it's probably a workaround done in post because things didn't, didn't come out right.
35 years ago now.
Yeah, so
it's
a year older than I am.
So good.
I am a bit worried about the compliance of that. electrical unit if he can
just pulled it straight out
with virtually no effort as well.
Yeah.
So just so many good sort of even the CGI, which is something we always moan about, in most places is pretty holds up pretty well.
I think
as I say that.
Yeah, I mean it's not CGI though, it's the other form of special effects, isn't it? It's like matting or whatever they call it.
As I say that, he fell off the roof.
Quite ropey,
that looked every bit 35 years old as
so it took me a second to work out he was unbreaking his bones in this scene, isn't he? I was expecting his arm to come off. Yeah. He does his neck.
I think the problem here is that none of his body looks like it's broken.
Yeah.
So it just looks like he's doing some kind of
why
time.
This?
Yeah,
why this? But this is something like this man is on fire. This man is actually on fire.
It's crazy.
Look at that.
It's what I find
on a wire on fire.
It's like he was like in about
amazing
8 years' time. There's going to be a bald wrestler who will take 2 cans of beer and smash them over his head, and he's saying, "I'm going to do that with 2 vodka bottles because the only way
the never-ending supply of vodka bottles.
The only way we can defeat this alien is if I myself am lit on fire and jump at him
and jump into a burning pool, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, as we know anyway,
sacrifice in history
because we've seen him walk through the fire.
Yeah, the fire is not going to do anything.
And you have to commend the bravery of Errol,
and along with the stupidity.
But you have to question that element of him and go, sure.
I'm beginning to see why it's taken you so long to get this sorted.
Like there's
hundreds of years.
There is definitely an element where if there was a scary movie version of this movie. Yeah. There would literally be like a character turning around going, "Oh, why didn't we use this gun?" It's like, "No, he's already jumped off. He's already."
But what I like about that though is he was clearly they actually set fire to the stuntman or the real actor. It did look like they just set fire to the actor to me, but I could be wrong.
Maybe
put him on a wire, and in the next scene, you have 2 people actually on fire jumping into a swimming pool, actually on fire. I've got all the time in the world for that. That's just amazing.
Yeah, they're the one, because it's so when you play with nature in that way, like one of the episodes that will be coming out after this is going to be the Abyss by James Cameron, and
he should have watched this movie first.
He definitely should have. if
this is the movie the Abyss could have been. If the Abyss had just had a cat.
To be fair, I wish James Cameron was making movies like this now, as opposed to
so good,
Avatar movies that no one gives a
Space
shit
Cat
about.
By James Cameron.
Yeah, that would be
so good. Like he's responsible for like so much good shit, like the Terminator, the Predators look, what he did to Aliens.
Yeah,
but none of it surpasses what we are watching right now.
Well, it's like nobody.
None of it is as brave as this movie.
But there's an element when you work with nature and like when you work with things that aren't really controllable, like in this case, fire, in the Abyss's case, water, where there's real danger involved. And you have to absolutely commend the ability to be able to do that for an effect, for people like us to sit here and watch a movie
30 years later
and talk about it, and the one I always think of is Kane Hodder from the Friday the 13th franchise, who plays Jason. He famously had a really bad accident with a fire stunt to the point where it almost ended his career, and carried on doing it afterwards. But it adds so much to a film where you go, I can see that's an actual dude. I can see that's somebody actually on fire.
Yeah, and that's the logical extension of that is that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like he understands that Mission Impossible movies are crap, but he also understands you're watching them for the stunts, the real stunts. And the only thing better than these being real stunts is that's really him strapped to that plane. That's really him on the outside of that building. And you watch it, you go, That man's crazy.
That's really him jumping over, breaking his ankle, and still finishing the shot.
Yeah, that's him jumping off that cliff on a motorbike. It's just like fair play.
There's such a in a day and age where there are so many workarounds. There is just an appreciation for those types of movies where you see that effort. Another one is, just coming out a couple of days ago, is The Odyssey, which I haven't seen yet, but I will be seeing it. Where, regardless of what you think about the movie or whatever it is, to do that all on IMAX, so you can have those grand scale things. Yeah. The commitment to doing that for the sake of art is crazy. And the thing I love about movies like this is that, yes, it's not going to win any Oscars. It's not going to be heralded as one of the greatest.
What if
films.
I was on that committee? I tell you.
And that's why we need you on the committee.
Very different. Very different show.
Nobody's ever going to call it, or realistically, and be taken seriously calling this the greatest movie ever made. But there is something so satisfying about having a mate over, sticking this movie on, getting some popcorn, and just enjoying it for what it is. Just enjoying the fact that people have come along and gone, it'd be really cool right now. Why don't we just have the dog fight a cat? Okay, how are we going to do that? Why don't we just make it like humans do it?
We'll do it.
Let's have the cat
make it like a kung fu
like
movie, but with a cat and a dog.
And nobody's going, yeah, but maybe.
Have you seen the trailer for it? Is it Starfish Hitler? I don't know what the film's actually called. There's like a starfish who's Hitler.
I have seen
like all those sort of crazy ideas. I have so much appreciation for.
Certainly,
I'm like, why would you? Like, I can understand sitting around and having the idea, but then to find people willing to finance, act, and distribute making that movie. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of layers it goes to before it actually gets filmed.
Yeah.
And in some cases, to be fair, there are some films where you go, like a little bit like with James Cameron at the moment with Avatar, somebody needs to put his arm around him and say, go make something else now.
Still never seen Avatar.
And you're not missing anything.
Still never bothered.
Absolutely not missing anything. It's an extended tech demo.
Yes, well, you mentioned it. Right, yeah.
And, sometimes movies just need to entertain. We don't need, I'm not getting any existential questions from this movie. I'm not getting any philosophical points from this movie. I'm not saying they're not there, but I'm watching
they're very, very well hidden.
I'm just watching
if they are.
because I want to be entertained. I think so many movies forget that.
Yeah.
So many movies forget they're there to entertain. Yeah. That people are paying money in one way or another to go and watch this movie.
Yeah,
entertain me.
Dumb action movies. This is dumb action movies on, I don't know, not so much acid, but some sort of
hallucinogenic.
Some sort of Ritalin. You know what I mean?
It has.
It's like a fever dream.
It has. It has the hallmarks of that 80s.
Oh, we're going to get some good gunge now.
Golden age of excess.
Yeah, where there's enough money in it. Let's just throw shit at a wall and see what happens.
We can do that, so we will do that.
Yeah.
That kind of approach.
Yeah.
And we
can have some quality gunge. I will say the gunge in this movie is superb.
It's so silky looking.
Yeah, it's like the gunge in the dude's mouth. The gunge here is amazing. Look at this.
It's
the spider webby gunge. They're going one way, and they're all about to come back. Ooh.
Yeah, I remember the bit now where he throws the kitchen appliance.
Yeah, what? Oh, look at this! This is amazing.
I mean, that as an image of the dude's alien face on this tentacle.
I want it on a poster.
Tree thing. Yeah. I'm surprised that isn't the poster.
It's got to be on a T-shirt somewhere. Right?
Like,
I should be the cover of the DVD, right?
Surely.
I love the cover. Is the cover on your Blu-ray the same?
It is, yeah. It's a picture of a princess with the cat.
Yeah. It's a great movie poster.
He throws the appliance to save this poor lady.
Doesn't it? What is it? I can't remember.
Also, I really appreciate the sheer amount of product placement.
That's the till.
Western.
Yeah, it's the exploding till.
Yeah.
Because till should explode.
Not only does it explode, but it definitely looks like a till that isn't electronic.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. pushing down the sets. Look at this. It's amazing.
It's very reminiscent of Poltergeist.
Yes.
Not to just mention all the movies that we've done episodes on.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent. That's the fire bit where you can see it's done in post because the fire is moving from side to side.
I think it was around this point I started thinking of Peter Jackson movies. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. This is the only... See, that's real.
Yeah. The initial spark...
Yeah.
Obviously because it's coming from the...
You can see the gel on his face. Yeah. Look at it. It's like...
to be honest... I see that. I know it's why it's there, but I think it just adds to the element of things are melting.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't ruin anything, does it?
It just...
And the cat's doing the off.
General.
I was going to make a pussy joke. What a pussy. Yeah.
I also quite like the fact that in this alien race, they still have...
Faces, contact lenses.
Faces, they still have very... humanistic ranking system. He's a general.
yeah. She's a princess.
Yeah.
Ooh, a princess.
I mean, that would definitely make this film very different.
Oh, this film is so...
It's a Cockney guy with a really deep voice.
I really want to make a diorama of this movie.
What's a diorama?
It's a model with a background.
Yeah. I mean,
it would be so satisfying.
Yeah. I love these
it's
moments.
Wise. Is his name Wisely?
I think so. Obviously,
it's not Wesley, is it? It's Wisely.
Yeah, I think we're probably obviously not giving it the best pronunciation, so we do apologise for that. But it's very easy to get distracted when you have it on in the background, so we do apologise for this.
This is some quality going on here, though.
What I love about this bit where she's helping him up, she only helps him up to the edge.
Yeah, there you go. And
there you go.
He
You
pulls
can do the rest
anyway.
now.
Yeah, I'm not standing on something, honest.
I'm not crouching at the moment.
Amazing.
It's all of those little things that I think add its charm because you know how certain bits and bobs are done.
I feel like everyone involved in this film is taking it seriously, even though it's just beyond ridiculous.
Yeah. I think
there's no nod and a wink to the camera.
I think
there's no smugness about it. They are being earnest, and it works within the ridiculousness of it all.
I think with some things there kind of has to be, because I think when there is that nudge and a wink, often is where it gets to the point where it goes too far.
It becomes insufferable.
Because then it becomes a bit more like we know what we're doing, let's have a joke. Whereas here, it's very much everything. You just accept everything at face value. Right? Yeah. As you say, it doesn't explain anything, because we mentioned a couple of times, but it's okay because we're just accepting it.
Yeah.
And
these special effects it
looks great.
I mean, it looks awful, but what is that? Like, how'd you do that? It's amazing. It's just like it's like some form it's like of that ooze you used to get as a kid.
Yeah.
And this random worm, for some reason, it was a tree at the beginning of the movie. Now it's like a wormy, fleshy thing with a face.
I think a lot of
it's like the Blob.
I think a lot of this is probably in reverse.
Oh, 100%. It's got to be.
Some bits where I'm like, how are they doing that?
One minute it looks like the Blob. The next minute it looks like a wormy tree. I mean, that's amazing. What is that? Hey! I forgot about this bit. Gruesome. Yeah, the face is in it. I think that's all the people it's eaten so far.
Yeah.
Right? It's trapped their soul.
Which I presume is the other four
and the
tuxedo
guards
and the
security
dudes. But again, but that as an image is
amazing. It reminds me of the Gorillaz movie with video with Shaun Ryder's head. You know what I mean? It's coming up, it's there. Random claymation again. So good.
It feels very much like a movie where they just went, right, we've got all of these skills in our team. Let's use that. You know, whether or not it necessarily does this film need that.
Flying cat.
I mean, to be fair, the cat has done pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
We need to see a flying cat at this point, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, they know their market. I mean, they must know what they're doing. Have you got the box office for this? I assume it did well. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, at this time in Hong Kong cinema, there wasn't
accurate record keeping.
Well, that's what all I could find was the fact that there isn't any official box office figures for this. So,
no. Amazing. Did they make any more movies in the Wesley series?
So it's It's the 5th film to be based on a novel of the Weasley series.
Weasley.
So,
or Wisely.
the first was The Seventh Curse in 1986, which was also directed by Nang-Choi Lam.
Has it got the same actors?
And produced by Choi Lam and special effects by Kazuya Sagawa. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at the. Let's go. Choi Lam.
So they kept making these films. Well, I mean, so they must have been successful.
Yeah, they must have been. Otherwise, they just wouldn't
once
have
they
done
had
it.
the rights to it, they just kept going anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, how is the Asian market? Like, is it almost identical? Are people's sort of movie habits almost identical to the West, where, you know, franchises and movie stars are held in such high regard as they are in the West? Or is it a completely different attitude of just like, give me some stupid entertainment? You know, I don't like. Is it both? You know,
There's probably a whole hierarchical
movies
system
are so
yeah.
different to our movies.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a completely different art form altogether.
Yeah, it's like their objectives are different. You know.
And, you know, I was saying earlier that, you know, we're not getting any philosophical questions from this or existential questions about X, Y, and Z. That's probably because it's a completely different culture to us. Like
walking through space
it's
now.
Very walking in the air. I just love the fact that everything's become glittery now.
Yeah,
like,
it's in space. Space glitter.
Space glitter. That sounds like a really bad toy you get from the pound.
Yeah, like fake Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
It's
what the cat is bearing in mind the cat can fly.
Yeah.
Right. The cat
seems to be swimming in
space.
Yeah. I mean, this is ropey as anything.
It's not the greatest shot to kind of almost end the movie on, is it?
I don't remember how is this the last shot of the movie? I can't remember.
It's definitely towards the end of
they make one more joke about 1997, I think. I think they mentioned 1997 again. I don't know if my stomach rumbling is coming out on this microphone, but it hasn't stopped for the last couple of minutes. I'm hungry. When's this end?
It's all that gunge.
Got to go get some gunge.
I want a nice bowl of gruel. I do like the two coppers in the background of this shot just pointing up.
Yeah, look busy. Just look busy. I like that police van, though. That's like an old school Ford.
It's very Ghostbusters, the one in front of
the car.
Yeah. You know, and you go, I've heard you had a weird encounter.
No interviews, please.
Like that news spread pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know? Shameless plug time. How about you find out about it in my next novel?
And we get recaps of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is like, my wife was like, you don't have to see movies that play the movie at the end. And I was like, no, it's a very TV thing.
Yeah, it's very much TV sitcom. The other one that does it in a crazy way is Predator. That ends.
That has that weird, when they all sort of look at the camera and smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
at the end of a theatre.
You've been watching.
Yeah.
It's
like the bow at the end of a play, isn't it?
It's so strange. So strange.
Yeah, that is odd.
But, I mean...
Here comes the cat flying through the air again.
To be fair, if you spent months filming that cat versus dog fight scene...
It's going at the end.
Yeah, you're going to get as much value out of that as you want, you know.
So, well, that was The Cat. I don't know if our commentary was of any use to anyone.
Hopefully it's someone.
I hope it's inspired someone to go watch this movie at least.
Absolutely, 100% go and watch it. It is 100% worth your time.
100%. It's, if you have a love of absurdity, I guess would be the word, action movies, horror movies. If you want to see like elements that would later turn up in Western cinema, you know, before, if you want to see where those elements came from, it's good to watch a lot of foreign movies, especially Japanese or Chinese, like Asian movies and German movies and French, depending on what it is you're trying to see where the West stole the ideas.
So much, especially like Tarantino's work is pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, this is 91, came out in 92, which is around what? Reservoir Dogs 92, I think.
Yeah,
I think
around about that time.
Fiction's 94. So
yeah,
so this is what these movies, or these, maybe not this specific one, but these movies are what Tarantino's watching while he's working in video store. You know what I mean? And this is where he's pulling pieces from these type of movies, and it's thoroughly entertaining. Just don't expect to watch some deep philosophical take on the human condition as played out by a cat and a dog in a junkyard. Just go in knowing you're watching a movie about space cats or something, and aliens that you won't ever fully understand.
And you don't need to fully understand to enjoy. It's just enjoyment.
Yeah.
Which probably brings us on to the sort of general premise of this type of episode, where when we first started talking about it, where we try and find the hidden gems in shit cinema. So as a quirky little pithy way to end, is this shit or is it a hit?
It's definitely not shit, man. This is
it's
amazing.
It's 100% a hit if you haven't already guessed. You know, I think the best way that you described this venture into shit cinema was where the question mark does all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I think is a perfect way to end the episode.
Yeah, I think we think in the West that Hollywood has got the last word on cinema. I don't believe it's true. And I think this movie goes to prove that. It's the movie Terminator could have been.
But not the one it needs to be.
And Terminator 2.
Yeah.
This looks very Terminator 2, actually, when they go to shoot Dyson.
Basically, what we're saying is that James Cameron...
This whole scene is very Terminator 2 in the house when they go to shoot. Is it Dyson? I always say it is Dyson.
Yeah.
Jeremy Dyson, who invented the Hoover.
Jeremy Dyson, the fourth member of the League of Gentlemen.
He was in the League of Gentlemen. He invented the bagless Hoover and also the Terminator. He's been a busy year.
Yeah.
The 90s were a peak year for Dyson and Asian cinema. So, yeah, I mean, where we go forward with this, we're going to be looking at more random movies. It won't just be Asian cinema.
Yeah,
I think we're talking about maybe doing Samurai Cop next.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of legendary in that genre, and I think that has to be covered at some point, because it's I mean, we've said everything about this movie being bonkers. Compared to Samurai Cop, it's almost, this is very tame.
Yeah.
So
there is definitely some peak American low budget films that we can from the 90s and late 80s that we can delve into, because as we've spoken about a million times, there was so much money in movies at that point that things were getting made. Things that shouldn't have got made were getting made. And there is an element of that now, because it's cheap to make films now, or cheaper than it previously was, but they will never be the same. Dudes with long hair doing bad kung fu in a vest. That's what I'm thinking, you know. That's a staple of late 80s, early 90s low budget American Hollywood adjacent films.
Which sounds absolutely perfect.
So stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Bury Our Bones with Cinema. We really appreciate you joining us as we deep dive into the world of film. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media pages to stay informed. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram and X at Bury Our Bones with Cinema. You've been listening to Jimmy Murphy and Ryan Etherington, and we will see you next time for cinematic discussions and hidden treasures. But until then, don't forget to keep your bones buried in the world of cinema. And it will be a one-button job. Boom, 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 toom, toom, toom.
I have a terrible tendency to just scroll about and you're talking when we're doing it. I still find it slightly distracting.
It's a bit weird, but I think it's a bit weird, but I suppose
maybe if you listen to it back, see if it sounds. I was like, I'm gonna have to stop it. You listen to it back,
good job I observed that well, wasn't it?